We are Fairy Tale!
I am Natsu Dragneel.
Hey, I'm Gray.
Put your clothes back on, you damn underpants, Shogun.
Oh, you want to go, General Snowface?
Yeah, come on, bring it, droopy eyes!
I'm Loki, and ladies, my number is... And you can text me anytime.
I am Elfman, here for my fist to meet your face.
Natsu!
What?
Hi. Hey, Natsu!
Huh?
Lucy likes you!
Don't say weird shit like that when I'm trying to fight Gray! Oh yeah? Well, you still haven't beaten me yet, Gray.
Oh yeah, you want to go again?
Bring it then!
Until the two of you are stronger than me, no fighting!
I'll be good.
Urza, why don't you just let them be? Isn't it better this way?
Hey, Charle! Yeah? Here's a biscuit cup for you. No way!
Hey, Natsu?
Huh?
Remember when I asked you if I could be your wife a long while back?
Uh-huh.
That question still stands.
What?
It still stands.
Don't you get involved in this, Gray.
Is the big bad Natsu gonna get angry?
Fire Dragon's Fist!
Whoever the hell else we feel like bringing into this show, I'll give you a clue. Shooba-dooba! So hello and welcome to episode 8 of the Fairy Tale Podcast. We've got a nice episode for you today, our anime recap. We've got Charles' Magical Education, another episode of Cooking with Elfman, and another shot into Ritus's Gallery. And of course, as always, we've got the manga recap for you with this week's manga chapter. So sit back, enjoy, and let's get started with the anime recap. Alright, so this week's episodes are episodes 11 and 12, and it basically starts off with the discovery that someone has stolen one of the requests from the request board up on the second level, which are requests that only S-rank mages are allowed to take. Laxus, or Luxus, depending on how you want to say his name, says that he saw a blue flying cat, which we can obviously assume is Happy, who has taken the request, so obviously Natsu is involved. And apparently Natsu has taken Lucy, and, Markarov tells Luxus to go get him. Luxus says no, Gray says he'll go, and then it wipes over to Harjian, which is the town that we first met everybody in. Well, Natsu and Lucy and Happy, anyway. They're back in town. Lucy's all waxing poetic and nostalgic, and Happy's like, you're acting like an old lady. They're trying to find a boat. Gray shows up. He's like, I'm taking you back. Natsu's like, oh, no, you're not. They're about to use their magic, and one of the guys in the boat says, oh, you're mages? I'll take you. Because no one else would, because the island is cursed, and no one wants to go near it. So Natsu kicks Gray in the back of the head and says, okay, let's get on board, bah. And they go to the island. The man's name, you find out his name is Bobo. He has, some weird deformation on his arm, and starts telling them about how the island is cursed. Well, then he suddenly disappears, a tidal wave hits, they wake up the next morning, they're on the island, they walk to the village where the request came from. The villagers are kind of worried. They don't know if they're shady characters. They announce that they're from Fairy Tale, so they show them the marks from Fairy Tale, and the villagers are like, okay, that's good enough, let them in. The chief of the village says that they turn into demons every night because of the effects of the moon, and he wants them to destroy the moon. Everybody is sitting there saying that this guy must be crazy, except for Natsu, who's like, seriously considering it. Alright, so they take a rest for the night, and the next morning they go out exploring, and they encounter a giant rat. Natsu passes out because the rat smells so bad, and Gray uses his ice make on the floor to make the rat slip and slide and fall and bust his ass. They go into this thing called the Temple of the Moon at the bottom floor. They meet this monster called Deliora, who Gray is very familiar with. And they're waiting to find out what's going on, because it's sealed in this giant chunk of ice. And Gray knows all about it, because his master sealed it. And they hear voices coming in. You meet 3 other characters that are from the bad guys' camp. And they're all quiet until they leave, and then they're waiting around. Natsu decides to go to sleep. Gray's just sitting there reminiscing. Happy's, I think he's like bored or something. I don't remember what exactly Happy's doing at this point in time, but Lucy calls out another of her celestial spirits, Lyra, who plays a harp and sings, and it's kind of calming, but Gray starts having flashbacks, and then this beam of light starts falling down on Deliora. I think I'm probably going into episode 12 now, but whatever. They go up to find that there's this ceremony going on called Moon Drip. And basically they're trying to melt the ice that has this monster in it. And so Gray and the gang are going to try and stop them. They're about to attack when the leader comes out. He's got this weird, freaky-looking mask on with 2 horns. But Gray recognizes his voice, and we find out that his name is Leon Rete, and he is also one of who is Gray's teachers. He's his brother disciple or something. They were both students under at the same time, so it's somebody that he knows. And they have a big old, Gray starts fighting with him. Leon tells the others to go attack the village, and so Natsu's like, fuck that, I'm gonna take out this Leon guy, and Leon traps him in a ball of ice, and he goes tumbling down. So Natsu proves pretty ineffective in this fight, and Gray tells Lucy and Happy to go try and save the village. And the fight continues, and that's pretty much where we leave off for episodes 11 and 12. Alright, so let's go around the table and get everybody's opinion. Elfman.
Thumbs up.
Gray.
Set Return of You-Know-Who, but I'm still going to give it up.
Okay, Loki, you've got Echo.
Still.
Lisanna.
Thumbs up.
Mira.
Thumbs up.
Charle.
Thumbs up.
Loki.
Thumbs up.
What is one thing you liked or did not like about this set of episodes? Elfman.
A magical prettiness.
Gray.
I hate that Leon shows up.
Lisanna.
I absolutely loved when everybody turned into demons, then Natsu's, fanboying over it. He's like, dude, I want a tail and horns!
Alright. Mira.
Urza commandeering the pirate ship.
Yes. Charle.
Natsu waddling in a block, well, not a block, around a ball of ice.
Loki.
I agree with Charle.
Yay! High five.
I agree with Charle. Possums are scary.
Hey!
We hope you've watched that video by now.
Just like raccoons.
By the time this episode comes up, I hope you've seen the video. I hope you've seen it multiple times. I hope you've told all your friends about it. Just kind of pretty much followed along with the manga, but what do you think was better this week, anime or manga? Elfman.
that's a tough choice. I'd go with anime.
Okay. Gray.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna have to go with anime as well.
Lisanna.
Anime.
Mira.
Anime.
Charle.
Anime.
Loki.
Anime.
Alrighty. So that wraps us up for the anime recap, and we are going to move on to our newer segments. And we're going to start off with Cooking with Elfman.
Oh my gosh. Dude,
I've been dying to hear this, so yeah.
Alright. This week with Cooking with Me, I'm going to teach you how to make mitarashi dango. But instead of the mitarashi, we're going to wrap them around in bacon. Mm-hmm. Yes, with bacon wrapped around them.
I will wrestle you for the type of bacon roll.
Before you even start, you need to have two special types of rice. The first type being joshinko, which is made from regular Japanese rice. The second type is shirata mako. It's a sweet glutinous rice flour that's mixed with a little bit of cornstarch and what have you. Now, as a substitute, if you can't find any of that, you have to use rice flour. And one has to be sweet, the other has to not be sweet at all. Now, for the dango itself, you're going to need 220 milliliters of joshinko, and along with 110 milliliters of shiramata, plus 1 tablespoon of cornstarch or potato starch, whichever you prefer. Then 265 milliliters or so of hot tap water, and a pot of boiling salted water. Now, what you'll need to prepare for the equipment and whatnot, you'll need a pot for boiling dumplings, a bowl for mixing the dough, the same bowl or another one to cool the dumplings, a grill or a grill pan, pretty much the same thing for the bacon to cook on, and bamboo or wooden skewers. Now, first you mix together the joshinko with the hot water, and you start to add the shiramako and mix it in until it forms a soft dough that feels a bit dry to the touch. It's very, very pleasant to handle. Divide the dough into 25 pieces, and you can do this by forming a log with it and cutting it out, or however you want to. And make each piece into a little round ball. It doesn't have to be perfect in shape. Bring a pot of water to a boil and add the salt, as you would for boiling pasta. Add the dumplings in a few at a time to the pot, and after a few minutes, the dumplings will come floating to the surface. Boil them for another 3 to 4 minutes and scoop them out with a slotted spoon or something similar to that. Immediately after you take them out, you dump them into the bowl of cold water. That's necessary. Do it. After they've cooled down enough, you put them on the skewers, 4 or 5, or 3 to 5, depending on how big they are, and try to pierce them through the middle. Put the skewered dumplings on a grill, turning them several times until nice burn marks form over each of them. They don't have to be complete burn marks, just nice little short ones. Afterwards, you take the bacon, of course, cook it however you want, and you can either layer it on top of it, or you can do it another way, which is where you literally wrap the bacon all the way around the whole entire skewer after you grill it the first time. That way you grill the bacon into it. And for more flavor to it, you can make a mitarashi sauce, which is all on its own. And it looks tasty. Or something else you can do is you can make anko, which is we
can make anko,
which is a really hot ninja that doesn't wear shirts.
That anko is a sweet bean paste.
Is that why they called her anko?
It's a funny way to say it, yeah.
She's always perky as well.
Anko, and I am trying some right now, and they are.
You bastard.
And that's Cooking with Me.
And yeah, that wraps up Cooking with Elfman, and we are going to move on to Charles' magical education, which I believe this week she's going to teach you how to effectively use magic to run from a possum.
Oh my god, guys!